Apple didn't provide official revenue guidance, but warned that supply constraints could hurt sales by as much as $8 billion in the current quarter. Joining us now, Tony Sacconaghi, Bernstein senior research analyst. It's a pretty big number. How confident are you, Tony, that that's in the right ballpark for what we're talking about? And what do you think the standard deviation on what actually happens will be? Could it be double that or half that?
Good morning, Joe. It is a big number, 4 to 8 billion in terms of the potential impact. But I would note that 2 quarters ago, Apple talked about a revenue impact of being greater than $6 billion in the quarter. And the quarter prior to before that, they had talked about a $6 billion impact. So supply chain has had a significant impact on Apple for most of the last few quarters. I think you're right. There's a real question on how big that range could be. Look, Apple is about as good as anyone in terms of supply chain management. The factories that were shut in April have largely restarted. And so this is principally a bet on the ramp of restarting and whether you could have incremental COVID outbreaks that could push that back. So look, never say never. If China completely shuts down and you have significant facility shutdown, it could be dramatically worse. The encouraging part is many of these facilities, these are partner assembly facilities, had been shut. They're now all re-ramping.
Because nobody knows. That was what I was alluding to, and just reading some of the analysis today about what is possible in China with President Xi and all the what he may be thinking about in this zero COVID policy. It factors into how big that or how small that number could be. But up to this point, has anyone been better at maneuvering and navigating around those issues? So that's the other thing. That's why maybe it could be far less than $8 billion.
Look, I think if COVID is benign, Apple will likely end up at the low end of the range of that impact. Historically, they've been pretty conservative in their guidance. And again, I think a couple quarters ago, the impact from largely component availability was 6 to 7 billion. This quarter, it was probably only 1 to 2 billion.